Use it or lose it. Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy MJ here at MJ the Greatest on all platforms, back with this week's episode. Huge shout out to y'all for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions have been going crazy. Thank y'all so much for y'all comments. Every single way y'all show love, thank y'all so much for tapping in with me each and every single week. I'm so close to being able to say it, but I can't officially say it yet because I'm so technical a lot about stuff. But we almost at a year, y'all, because I dropped my first video on this channel the 10th of January, and I'm recording this right now on the 8th. So this video is gonna come out a day before it's officially a year of me recording, but we just gonna call it a year, man. So thank y'all for rocking with me for an entire year. Even if you just got here, thank you so much. But let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into it. The topic and title of this week's episode is use your stuff. Use your stuff. And this is a fun one, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, because this kind of goes into one of my previous videos about kind of basically doing the hard part now so that you can use the time in the future to relax, to have fun, to do whatever you want to do, right? And so basically how this ties into that is because we all got talents. We all got gifts. We all have things that are inherently unique to us that nobody else can really do, or can really, nobody else can do as good as us or well as us naturally, because we have that in us. You know what I'm saying? Use your gifts. Use your gifts. You got to use your gifts. Because there's something that you watching this right now can naturally do better than probably pretty much anybody you know. And if you just did that thing, or did it more, or used your gift more, not only will you get more comfortable using it, not only will you get better at using it, not only will more people know that you have that gift and seek you out for that gift, but there's, like, I can keep going on and on and on, but the moral of it is only good can come from you using your gift, right? Because it was given to you for a reason, so that you can use it, right? It wasn't given to you so you can be like, well, that was fun when I was a kid, but now that I'm this age, I can't do that anymore. Or, well, I was good at that before, but I don't have time for that no more. It's like, no. If you are if you're passionate about something, or if you are ambitious about anything, if you have something that you want to do, 9 times out of 10, you already have the seedlings for that gift, or you already had that gift already inherited in you, and you just have to continue to use it. Because one thing people say is use it or lose it. And that saying is so true, right? If you used to be really good at drawing, or you used to be really good at painting, ask anybody who used to be really good at something, ask them how long it took for them to get that same level of comfortability after they took a year off, after they took 2 years off, 3 years off, right? A lot of people like to say things like, oh, it's like riding a bike, I can get off it and get back on. A lot of things aren't like riding a bike, though. A lot of things require your constant, and not even like overarching, attempts at it, but like a lot of things require that steady repetition for you to not only maintain it, but to make it better, right? And that kind of leads me into my next point about use it or lose it. And it's like the perfect example for this collective and for anybody watching is ideas, right? How many of you out there watching right now have had an idea, didn't act on it, but then a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, somewhere in your surrounding purview, somebody does your exact idea, like exactly down to the T? You know the only difference between you and them? Action. Action. See, when they got the idea, they acted on it. When you got the idea, you may have pondered it. You may have thought of why you couldn't do it at this moment. Or you may have thought, oh, I may need this, and that to get it done. Or maybe that won't even work. Maybe that's just stupid. You're not stupid. You just didn't act. And that's okay, because now whenever you get an idea, act on it, right? because ideas are like blessings, right? We don't come up with ideas. Ideas get sent to us. And this is kind of just how I came to look at it and how I think about it, but I'm gonna just let y'all in on it. We don't come up with any ideas. Ideas get sent to us, right? And they get sent to us because the universe, God, whatever you believe in, believes that you are the perfect person to carry out that idea. That's why we get them. So that's why when you get an idea and you don't act on it, that idea still has to come to life, because the universe still wants to see that thing come to fruition. The universe still wants to see that thing in our 3D reality. It just gave you the opportunity first to be the person to make that happen, right? If you don't do it, somebody else will. And that's why it's use it or lose it, right? Because if you get that idea and you don't act on it, the next available person that is going to act on it and that's in the position to make that happen, they're going to get that idea. There's nothing you can really do about it other than just acting on your ideas when you get them, right? So that's a great way, and just like something great for myself that I always remember is like, whenever I get an idea or a thought, even if I don't fully do it, I'll write it down, right? I'll write it down, I jot it down, I'll maybe meditate on it, come back to it, and okay, now how can I take this further? 2026, we not letting anything go to waste, y'all. 2026, we not letting none of our ideas go to waste. We ain't letting none of our talents go to waste. We ain't letting none of our gifts go to waste. We ain't letting none of our ideas, creations go to waste. We not letting anything go to waste, y'all. So anytime you get anything, an inkling of something that you know that you want to do, something that you want to move forward with, something that you want to get better, something that you already have, that you can, another great saying, y'all know, but iron sharpens iron, right? Iron doesn't just sit in iron and say, hey, I'm already sharp as, no. When iron finds other iron, that iron gets sharper, and now it's that iron, they're both stronger now because they kept working, right? They weren't just satisfied with already being iron. No, I can be sharper iron. I can be stronger iron. You know what I'm saying? Another, which kind of leads into my next point again, which is like another great way to look at this, is like working out, right? I took probably about 2 weeks, y'all know, like that little holiday 2 weeks from like Christmas to the beginning of the new year, which is like a week and a half. But let's just say I took 2 weeks off of like working out my normal routine and regimen, right? When I just went out and worked out, what was that, like a couple days ago, my body felt that. Me and my body definitely felt those days that I took off, right? I could still do it. I could still keep up with myself, right? But I knew, okay, when I come back the next time, I'm gonna have to take it a little light, because I have to find that equilibrium, that balance, right? You can't just go from 0 to 100 and then go back to 0 and then try to jump back to 100. Like, I went to 100, but I was like, okay, next time I gotta go back to probably about 80 until I comfortably get my way back to 100, right? Because those 2 weeks that I sat out, I wasn't necessarily losing strength or muscle or anything like that, but what it does for my body when I show up for myself consistently, muscle memory, right? It gives my body the muscle memory to know, like, okay, when we get this day, we gonna hit the weights today. We gonna hit this work today. We getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, your body becomes used to working with you and moving with you in that way. If I was just a couch potato and I just did nothing but sat around and watched TV all day or did nothing, my body would react horribly to me going to work out for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or react horribly to my natural routine, because it never was used to that, right? But if it's used to me putting in those days, each and every session, giving it what I have to give each and every time I step out there, my body will then not only get stronger, but it'll get used to pushing itself. It'll get used to saying, you know what? We're out here, we're working, and it's only building strength. It's only building muscle, right? Because if I don't keep building and stacking up on those days, it'll all go away. If I stopped working out for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month and a half, all the progress that I made in 6 months could be gone, right? I'm not saying for sure it will, but it could possibly very well be gone. So when I say use it or lose it, that extends to so many different things, right? Not just the mental and the spiritual side, but literally the physical side, right? If you don't use your agility, your dexterity that you have in your, you know, because you're the youngest you're gonna be right now, right? You watching this right now, you're the youngest you're gonna be. So why wouldn't you go and climb the mountain, run the marathon, do the, you know what I'm saying? Do the difficult thing right now, so that one, you're already building up that momentum to do the next thing, and do the next thing and the next thing. And then by the time you checking off all these things, your body is already ready for that, right? Your body is ready for what's next. My body is ready to take on a new challenge. My body is ready to take on this, right? So, in conclusion, move it or lose it, use it or lose it, it's all the same, right? Use your gifts, use your ideas, use the things that are uniquely to you that are gonna help you grow, because I promise you, once you start, you ain't gonna wanna turn back. Peace out. Catch y'all next week. Love.